Hey there, welcome to the second episode of the third season of the MGTOW Academy show. It's great to be with you. It's an honor, actually. And this is an honest check-in. Yes, that's what this episode is all about. An honest check-in. Personally, I find it therapeutic almost whenever I listen to other people talk about what's going on with them. And I figured, hey, why not? Why not talk to you guys about what's going on with me? And maybe we can start a conversation. So that's all this episode is. It's just an honest check-in, you and me talking about life. So get settled in. It's going to be good. All settled in. All settled in. Man, I don't even know what time it is. What time? Right now it's 12:50 a.m. at the time of recording this. It's Wednesday, July 22nd, I believe, when I'm sitting down right now. Honestly, dude, like I said, it's an honest check-in. Honestly, don't even fucking know. All right? To be honest, it still feels like March, whatever. It feels like it never went into the next month. It still feels like it's March 78th or something, however many days it's been. Man, I'll tell you what, this year has been really funky. That's partially why I'm doing this. I never really expected that I would have to just make a podcast where I'd simply say, hey guys, let's talk. Really. But that's where I'm at right now. I'm doing all right. I have been, my mental health, it's been up and down, of course, throughout the COVID quarantine thing, and especially living in Florida, which is at the time of recording the COVID epicenter of the world. What an honor that is. Yeah, the future isn't looking too bright for us at the current, time of recording. So that doesn't do well for my mental health, really being honest, but I'm managing. I'm doing all right. The real reason I'm here is to talk with you guys, have a chat. Because I miss that. I'm an extroverted person. I'm a very, very extroverted person, and I miss that face-to-face interaction, And I'm really pissed, being honest, that I'm going to not see a lot of my friends who are in the last year of education with me, right? This would be my last year with some of my friends, and I can't even get to spend that time with them. That just pisses me off. It's just a bunch of things that add to your mental health. And that is something I've learned in this quarantine, in this pandemic thing, in this isolation. I've learned that, from myself. I've learned something about myself. It's that all the things that contribute to my, the mental health downfall or whatever, it's adding up. It's usually not one event. It's multiple things adding up. And I always catch myself. And I'm proud of myself for that. And I wanted to share that with you. That's just something I noticed. There's many things you'll learn. You'll learn them about, you'll learn things about other people, other things, or whatever, right? But when you learn something about yourself, it's a transformation, my friends. It is a true transformation. And it's amazing, honestly, seeing it in you guys, especially for those of you who interact with me on Twitter, YouTube comment section. I love seeing you guys, just even if it's the smallest thing, right? Progress is progress. It doesn't matter how big or how small it is. Progress is progress. And seeing that happen with you guys, I feel like a proud parent, not gonna lie. So that's just something I've noticed with myself. I'm catching myself. I'll say, I started the morning off bad. I stubbed my toe on the bedroom wall. My toothpaste fell off the brush as I was putting water on it. My breakfast was kind of funky, stuff like that. Those things add up. And taking note of that is what often, helps me. I prepare myself and say, whoa, all right, this is how things devolve into chaos. This is how, things will change and, things like that. That's something I've noticed. And it's small progress. It's nothing major. All right. Things are still the way they are. I'm still in my house, 24/7 pretty much, right? Nothing's changed, but it is a small step towards improving, my life. It's something I want to share with you guys. Remember that, you don't have to be insanely productive in this quarantine. All right. It's okay if you don't emerge out of this place, with a new business or a new hobby or, with a ripped body. That'd be great if you could do those things. I hope you guys can do those things. I hope to empower you to do those things, but you don't have to. All right. Don't, it's okay. All right. These are things that are happening that are out of your control, and, just ride the wave out. That's the best thing you can do. I hope that, you are doing something that makes you happy. Whatever that may be, by the way. It can be watching a movie, reading a book. I'm not going to list those things because everyone's different and the list can go on forever. I'll share with you guys. How about that? I'll share with you guys what I've been doing to make myself happy. Let's see. I'm watching I want to watch all 248 episodes of SpongeBob. I grew up watching that show. I want to watch all those episodes on one. I think it's like, no matter how old I will be, I will always love SpongeBob. It's something I always kind of wondered, like when I was little, like, what happens when I grow old? Will I stop liking cartoons? The answer is no. No matter how old I will be, I'll always have that little child inside of me. So yeah, watching those episodes of SpongeBob. I got Airfly FS 2020. That's the flight sim I do, long distance flying on my iPad. I want to be a pilot, and for those of you on Twitter, you'll see that I may occasionally share, videos of my flying, screenshots and such. Actually, right now, let me go check. Yeah, it's still good, still going. At the time of recording this, I'm in cruise actually on a flight between Sacramento to Denver on the Boeing 777. And it's approximately 2 to 3 hours, I think, in flight, somewhere around that number. That's just something I've been doing to keep myself happy. Flying for me, it gets me out of it. It just gets me to focus on something else. Because when you sit around and you often let your thoughts just mess with you, that can be, for me at least, that can that doesn't end well necessarily. I'm okay with sitting around doing nothing, but I would prefer to be doing something. And flight simulation is something I enjoy. It's very peaceful. It's relaxing. It's like having a Zen garden or a bonsai tree and you maintain it. That's what it's like for me. So what do you guys do? I want to know. Just like let me know on Twitter, email me. I want to talk about that stuff. What makes you guys happy? What do you do to pass time? It doesn't have to be the most productive thing in the world. You don't have to say, oh, I love exercising or I love reading books about the stock market. You don't have to be productive 24/7. Okay, you also want to have a balance. And you can actually check that out. Shameless promo. You can check that out in the first episode of Season 3 of the MGTOW Academy show. I interviewed Mike Rosa of Anabolic Aliens, and I asked him about, what would constitute a difference or what would be a good balance between having work and having fun, right? And he offered his take on that. But yeah, adding on to that, guys, you don't have to be productive 24/7, all right? Because the way that I see it is that, it can go either way, right? You can be someone who works their ass off and does absolutely nothing for fun. And then when you get old, you look back on your life, you look back in your younger years, you realize you did it all working. And when you die, you die. When you die, nothing's going to be really different, honestly, based off of how you worked. When you die, right? You take whatever you did, whatever memories you made, you take that stuff with you. Same thing goes for not doing any work at all and just being a lazy ass, right? You can look back on your younger years and say, oh, I wasted so much time. I could have gotten this done and that done. Oftentimes, it's very confusing knowing what is right. Here's what I'll share with you from my experience. Of course, having that balance is important. Having a balance between working and having that balance between having fun is what works out best. Because you want to feel productive. You want to say, hey, I got stuff done today. But you also want to be able to say, hey, I really enjoyed, watching that movie. That's something I like. I like to watch comedy movies and stuff. I just, let me think. I was watching Dumb and Dumber, Harold and Kumar go to Guantanamo Bay and escape from White Castle. I was watching those, 2000 movies, those stoner duos stuff. I was watching those. That's my thing. Comedy movies, that's typically what I like. For you, you might have, I wouldn't call it a guilty pleasure, but yeah, a guilty pleasure, because the movie doesn't benefit you really other than entertaining you. That's why it's called entertainment. So, oh, dude, I can't believe I forgot to say it. I have been practicing my karaoke skills. Yes. I already have a microphone set up. So I've been practicing my karaoke skills like almost every night, every other night. I have taken vocal lessons as a kid, so I it came in handy, right? Just do vocal warm-ups, sing some songs. Let me think. I've been doing Green Day, of course. Get that punk rock voice out there. Ed Sheeran. As much as I am MGTOW, I have to admit he's a good singer. His songs are love songs. I think they're good. All right. I've seen some interesting stuff in my 3+ years of doing the whole MGTOW Academy thing. One of them being that you can't. What was it? It was like a song. Oh yeah. It was songs that are about love and relationships. Those are with inner quotations blue pill songs, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like, what's gonna if I listen to Ed Sheeran or James Arthur, am I gonna suddenly become like, oh my god, I want to get a girlfriend? No, that that doesn't make sense. I can listen to whatever the hell I want to. That was upon initial inspection. That was like, oh yeah, they're right. I don't want to listen to blue pill songs. No, come on. That's in my opinion some bullshit. That's the whole point of MGTOW. You do whatever the hell you want. If you want to listen to some Ed Sheeran song, freaking do it. You know, if you want to listen to Katy Perry or Taylor Swift, by all means, do it. I'm not stopping you. That's the point. You're supposed to do whatever what makes you happy. So yeah, going forward, I've been singing. I just wanted to point that out. That's something I've seen, and it just I felt obligated to make a comment. But I was singing Ed Sheeran, James Arthur, Big Time Rush. I grew up watching their show. They're awesome. Which, by the way, I saw their reunion, and I was so happy for that. Long story short, I've been singing lots of songs. Oh yeah, Elvis Presley, of course, AC/DC, some, classic rock and stuff from the 80s. I've been getting pretty, I'm not saying I'm good, but I'm improving, and that's important. So, sorry for rambled on too much, but yeah, that's just what I've been doing, singing. I've just been singing, and that's what makes me happy. And I hope you guys, as I said, are doing something that makes you happy. And going back, if there's something that you can derive from it, the thing I just brought up, like I said, progress is progress, no matter how big or small. All right, you may not be the best person in the world at whatever you're doing, but as long as you get better, I think that's all that matters. Because as long as you aim for getting better, like every single day, every single time you do it, every time you fly a plane or sing a song or exercise or whatever it may be, make a podcast, if you seek to get better every single time you do it, in the long run, the progress you will make, it's going to surprise you. I promise you that. So don't, be, too nitty gritty and stuff in terms of setting goals. Like, oh, I couldn't do this right. I couldn't do that. I want to do this, but it's so hard. All you have to worry about is improving, even if it's in the slightest form from the last time you did it. And personally, I think that is very important, more important than anything else in terms of, progression. And, it's just the whole, going back to the thing that's going on right now, COVID-19, the thing that we will always remember. Yeah, it's safe to say it's kind of fucked me up. I think we can all say that. But yeah, it's definitely not been good. Let me explain to you guys how I've been, I wouldn't say handling, but how I've been riding out the waves. That's the best way to put it, being honest. So, let's see. For me, actually, it's been downhill kind of since February, because we had some family medical emergency stuff. Everything's taken care of now. No one died, thankfully. We came close to it, but no one died. But long story short, it was kind of rough for me in like late February, early March, and then that's when the lockdown started happening and stuff, stay in place orders, stay at home orders. So it's been a hell of a ride for me ever since late February. Right. Like, I'm not under stress 24/7. I'm just saying that life hasn't been the way it used to be. Right. It is one thing for life to change, but again, we all know. You know what I'm talking about. You get your whole world flipped upside down. I don't even have to talk about that stuff. You know what I mean. But for me, I'm a younger guy. Yeah, I'm a relatively younger guy. Probably even younger than most of the people listening to this. This is the first time I've ever had to, deal with something on this magnitude, right? This is like, like things like 9/11. I was never, old enough to understand that type of stuff. It never clicked until I was older. This is the first time I'm living in a, revolutionizing moment, if you will, for humanity. Right? When 9/11 happened, for example, the world changed. That warm, nostalgic feeling of the 1990s and stuff, it ended. People, would say that feeling of the 90s ended in 2001, right? That's kind of what this has done. We're entering a new type of world, and I don't know what the future holds. right? But either way, we just got to ride out the waves. That's the best thing we can do because we can't sit here having a pity party. Like, oh, boo hoo, my life sucks. Yeah, we get it. So does everyone else's. All right. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm not trying to deny what you are feeling, right? I'm saying this. The reason I'm talking about this is because I want to acknowledge your personal feelings. You, the listener, the way that you feel about the current situations, right? You might feel different, multiple emotions, actually. You might feel confused, sad, angry. That's the way I feel a lot. Sometimes there's going to be rare moments of happiness, or maybe even lots of moments of happiness. Some people love this quarantine thing. They think it's amazing. I sure don't. I freaking hate it. But it's just an acknowledgement of how you feel, right? I'm just trying to say, hey, it's all right. And either you understand that or you don't. I just want to say that. I feel obligated to. I feel obligated knowing that I have an audience that listens to me. Thank you, by the way. Appreciate you guys. Knowing that I have those people out there, I want to check in. I want to just see how they're doing, because knowing that even one of those people may be going through tough times, that doesn't, you don't feel good, right? You want to make sure you're doing your part to make them feel better. Even if 100 people listen to this and only one person's having a bad day, that's good enough for me to make a whole podcast dedicated to that one person, hoping that their day is somehow improved, even in the slightest bit. Of course, I'm not promising to lift you out of your mood. I'm not promising to, make you go from super sad and depressed to super happy. I'm just saying I can hope to make you feel a tad bit better. And that's all I aim for. On the note of mental health, I've reached new lows, new record lows, if that makes sense, at the past couple months of quarantine. I won't say, I'm not going to say too much. I'm just going to say that, yeah, I've reached new mental lows, right? I've had thoughts, mental health related thoughts that were not so good. I never had these types of, I've never been in a situation this bad before, mentally, if that makes sense. And that was just kind of scary. I was scared for a couple days. I was scared waking up. I felt like, I just felt scared. Not because of like the boogie monster jumping out of the closet and going, MGTOW Academy, I'm here to eat you. I'm just scared of like, how am I going to handle this? I'm not confident 24/7. I'm not, that's just me. That's just being honest. That's the point of this episode being an honest second. It's, hey, sometimes I'm scared of the future. Sometimes I'm scared for myself. How am I going to pull through this? Something that I always used, and I always still use in bad times, is a saying where I think I shared this on Twitter, where I look and reflect on the past. I think about the happy times from the past, and I look forward to the happy times ahead of us. But honestly, with the COVID thing, if I'm being honest, it's hard to imagine the happy times in front of us. I mean, what can I imagine? Like I said, I live in the COVID epicenter right now, and I am feeling a bunch of emotions from it, pissed at, shitty people, shitty leadership. I've seen people, say, oh, well, you don't have to wear, this, you don't have to do that. Man, I don't know what the answer is. I'm not a virus expert, but listen, there is a reason other countries are doing fine, and my state is breaking new records every day, right? I'm straight up pissed at some people and at our leadership. I'm not claiming to be an expert. I don't know all the answers, but man, we fucked up. We really did. And that's how I feel. I wonder how you feel. How do you guys feel? You guys feel happy right now? You guys feel sad right now? Be in check of your emotions. That's why I encourage you to try out, some mindfulness meditation, to be aware of how you feel, right? And in a weird sense, that's what I'm sort of doing right now, right? You're not floating, going, oh, you're not doing the 7 chakras or whatever it is, but you are, being mindful of yourself. How do you feel? And speaking of that, how are you guys doing? Are you doing everything right in quarantine? Are you eating the right foods? Are you exercising? Are you, getting the proper amount of sleep? How are you guys handling this? Because the lifestyle change, it's been interesting, Normally my summers consist of going on a vacation somewhere far away, or at least a decent long stay somewhere else and exploring new places. Not this case. No, I've been stuck inside, pretty much doing nothing. No, not doing nothing, but you know what I mean. Just not going outside. I love going outside. I love exploring. I love traveling. And the little things that you once appreciated, like driving a car every day, are not there, right? And you miss that. Don't get me wrong. I'm a very, for the past couple of years, I've always been very thankful for everything. Every time I'm with my friends, every time I'm at school, every time I'm with my family during the good times. And yeah, point is, I'm very thankful and I'm mindful of it. I'm thinking in the moment. I am so thankful for gaining this opportunity. I'm so thankful. Right now, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for having you, right? But I never would have imagined being, thankful, or at least, looking at simple things like being able to not wear a fucking mask, or being able to see your friends every day, and being able to not worry about, what the future looks like, right? We all love stability. Stability won't always exist, and that's a given, right? I understand that. I'm aware of that, but it's shocking. It's sudden, and that's what really has been shaking my foundations for the past couple months. Is just how everything is so fast paced, and everything is just in a water hose. It's like drinking out of a fire hose of information. I know we live in the information age, but damn, there's so much stuff coming out. For me right now, school's about to start. And damn, everything's changing all the time. I don't even know what the hell's going to happen. At first we're going virtual the entire year, virtual for, half a year, and in school, the other half, with some classes still being virtual. Dude, things are changing. How are you guys doing? How's your job? Do you still have a job? You don't have a job? Are you looking for a job? Do you want to quit your job? Are you an entrepreneur? Those are the things I want to ask you guys. How are y'all doing? Because that's what matters to me. I actually feel better hearing from other people. Whenever people write me messages or tweets, or they email me about their situation, it's nice. It's nice to see see where they're at. And that was the whole point of this podcast, just to check in, see how you're doing. I think that's about all I want to say. I just hope you guys are doing well. Eating well, sleeping well, exercising well, doing whatever. That's all I really want to say. Checking in with you guys. It's a very unstable place out there right now. I remember sometimes in my outros I would say, and remember, it's a very dangerous world out there, so be sure to keep taking in your daily dose of red pill to stay safe out there. That type of stuff. Wow, it truly is a dangerous world out there. It really is an unstable and dangerous world. Yeah, there was really no point in this episode but just sitting down and talking with you, seeing how you're doing. If this is your first time being mindful of how you're eating, sleeping, and how your life has been going, that's okay. Everyone makes mistakes, all right? You don't have to be perfect. I don't expect you to be. No one expects you to be perfect. Hopefully not. I don't. All I expect is that you try your best, even if it's the slightest. So that's all I want to say, guys. I want to wish you all the best. Remember, you can always contact me via email. My email address is mgtowacademy.media@gmail.com. My Twitter handle is at all caps MGTOW followed by Academy. The first A in Academy is capitalized. Send me an email, a tweet, a direct message. I'll get back to y'all. I've actually been helping some people out with Twitter, through DMs with their relationship stuff and their separation and things like that. And it's been nice. It's been nice to help other people. So I enjoy getting to help you guys. With that being said, I hope you guys are able to derive some value from my content. I look forward to putting out more content in the not too distant future. And you guys know where to find me, how to contact me. And I hope you guys stay well during these unpredictable times. You hear that often. You're sick of it. I know you are. But I'm going to say it again. That's all I want to say for now, folks. Thanks for listening. We'll talk soon. Peace.